Those are
That's the seed identifier to make sure the runners are playing the same random seed.
yeah. I mean, what they look like or things like that.
I'll identify them as I can. Now, these are gamers. Those I'm not sure what those are called. Now, they're both runners will probably head right into Link to the Past because there's a lot more items you can check in there early on. Again, so that's what we've got going.
Me, I know I would maybe do that if I knew more about Metroid, but I would check Morph Ball location, Vanilla Morph Ball first.
In the meantime, we've checked Lake Hylia Island. That's the gravity suit at Sanctuary. There were super missiles in Link's house, and then there's a sword upgrade at the Lake Hylia Island.
Oh, and we got crystals. All the light walls are crystal, but not 5 or 6.
All right, so we've got Osse heading up toward the Lost Woods as Ivan is checking on Uncle and the chest in the moat. Osse's probably going for a pet check. Uncle gives us his wallet, which had 50 rupees in it.
And powder.
Ooh, we've got the Quake medallion at Lumberjack Ledge. So this might be an AGA 1 seed, depending on what the medallion requirements are for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I was just going to point that.
It looks like Ivan's following toward what Osse just did. I believe I saw Super Metroid missiles at the Lost Woods item. Osse's not going to pick that up. That's a surprising call.
Yeah,
And the
that
pit in the Lost
that was the regular missile.
and the Lost Woods pit is one of the 2 green rupees in the vanilla item pool.
And since we got for those who eye for Agawan Seed, the desert is a crystal, so you can see the boots on the pedestal. Since normally you need the boots to clear desert, if it's desert boots locked.
Are there any other locations before Ganon's Tower that can be boots locked?
Not that I recall quickly. Let me think about it.
All right, while you're thinking about that, we've got Osse doing Houlihan Room for 225 rupees. That happens when the game doesn't know where to send. This is where it puts you. And I believe you emerge at Link's house.
Yeah, you got another boots lock location. It's Vanilla Book.
Vanilla Book of Mudora? Oh, right. That would be that's in the library, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
And so Osse's going to spend 50 of his rupees to buy 10 bombs. That'll be plenty to clear out the Kakariko town area. Ivan finds regular missiles in the back of the tavern. It looks like Osse's heading up for the castle first.
For Shashrala.
Indeed, that is where he's going. It's a Hotrillus closet.
And maybe it'll talk to him to know where's the green pendant, since no Dark World access yet. OC got the magnet, while Ivan got some power bombs.
Power bombs will be very useful in Super Metroid once we have the morphing ball. Because you never know when those actual morph bomb generator might show up.
There's 5 items coming up. As for now, nothing. Eating, which is good, and spermicide, which could be good. And a shield.
That's not. That's. I'd say that's an okay blind space. And hey! There's the boots in the front part of Eastern, so those are not lamp locked.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Ivan's into the well now. Found a pack of super missiles in the first chest. The back chest is a full heart. Osse's gonna. Okay, so bottle of green potion, missiles, and the spring ball. So, what did Osse just find in Eastern? I didn't catch that.
That was maybe contest. Not something super duper important.
Looks like Ivan is using the well to farm up rupees so he can buy whatever the bottle vendor has.
Yeah, you could check Sekid, cause Sekid could add money since he got a bottle.
Osse gets super missiles out of the Eastern big chest. And he's continuing on. Not sure if he knows the dark room.
That's the easiest dark room to do. I don't know if that super missile counts as an item in the Eastern Palace, but yeah.
I saw that as a prize. I don't think I saw any other prizes.
We got the boots, we got the super missiles, and a bottle on the Sekid. Wow.
I believe that was a B in a bottle, correct?
Empty bottle.
Oh, empty bottle, okay. So Ivan's heading up to check the library as Osse's getting to the big chest. Ooh, the library's the flute!
Oh god. OC is gonna get a hype when he's gonna get there. He's gonna get so much of means of transportation fast and Death Mountain access.
The Death Mountain access also gives us one item we can check in Super Metroid, in the area that leads to the high jump. And hey, there's Bonk Rocks gives us a tunic upgrade.
That's nice to get at the beginning.
Meantime, Ivan is checking the dam, gets a pack of power bombs out of the front. They're going to reset that so he can drain it. As Osse is now going to get his Kakariko checks in.
We got Spacer, which is good at the beginning.
Yeah, Spacer is not a bad find early. The later you find it, the worse it is. Ivan's heading over to Mini Moldorm. He's going to have 6 bombs to deal with 4 of them. 2 of them can be killed with 1 bomb. The 2 on the left you see there. Alright, there's 1 down. 2 and 3
down.
for the double. Very nice. So Ivan's going to backtrack real quick and grab those 4 bombs that just dropped from the last one. And Osse's going to pick...
And prepare for... oh, sorry.
Okay.
And prepare for 5 check. Sorry,
right.
again.
Yeah, it's okay. 5 items in Mini Moldorm. Ooh, there's that hook shot. How about that? There was also a Super Metroid energy tank, and that was about it. And I was trying to say, Ossie's going to make up some time on Ivan doing the Kakariko checks, since Ossie did Houlihan, so he doesn't need to do the rupee that Ivan did.
Yeah. So with the hook shot, sorry, that gave him safety. Like more of a safety than the blue mail.
So the hook shot can be used to stun enemies like Ivan's doing. Yeah, he's heading up to the Ice Rod Cave, so we'll see what that is. When you hit an enemy with the hook shot, how long does it stay stunned for?
I would say same time as the boomerang.
So the Ice Rod Cave is +5 bomb capacity. Anyone who might not know, those were removed from version 30 of the standalone Link to the Past randomizer, but the combo randomizer is running on version 29. Ossie's got his flute, and I'm sure he's going to go right up to Kakariko and play the tune. Oh, he's going to check race game. That makes sense. 3 bombs.
Since he got boots stats fast.
Yep. And Ivan is now heading for Sahasrara. We'll see if he gets his Eastern check.
I would say that's pretty. If it Green Banana in Palace of Darkness, but I would say it would be pretty dumb if isn't going to Eastern Palace.
Right, he's right here. So here's a question for you, LJM. With what we know about the crystal and pendant layouts so far, are there any items that we can scratch off as not being required?
As not required. Nothing yet. Everything can be required now. As of now.
Okay, there's nothing we can eliminate. That's what I was asking. Okay, so Ivan's getting his check of Eastern in as Ossie's getting his check of the dam. So Ossie and Ivan are basically just crisscrossing at this point. One is doing what the other just did. Shooter K0, there was a Light World map check. All 3 Light World dungeons are standard crystals.
And crystals that were not 5 or 6.
Right. How many prizes are there in Eastern Palace, like non-dungeon items?
That's what I was calculating. I would say maybe 2. We got a map, 1 compass, 1 big key. We got yeah. Thank you, Snoo. 3 items.
All right, so that was super missiles. We saw the Pegasus boots earlier, and I think Ivan's going to do the dark room, so we'll be able to double check what was in the big chest. I don't remember offhand what Ossie got out of it. Meantime,
You mean the big key chest?
Yeah, the vanilla big key chest. That's what I meant. All right, Duder K0 confirming in chat the big key chest had a junk 3rd item. So that tells us that there's nothing left in here. The Armos Knights are going to have the map. That means that we can basically defer Eastern until it can be go-moded.
Yeah, or until go mode, which would be above in Eastern.
Violet 23 Games, hello and welcome to this race. How are you tonight? Meantime, Ossie's over to Death Mountain with that flute. See 300 rupees on top of Spectacle Rock and a big heart in Spectacle Rock. Now that hookshot gets us over to the east side of Death Mountain, but what else? Where else can that gets us to Paradox Cave? I believe 7 items.
Yeah, that's right. 7 exactly.
I am doing just fine, Violet 23 Games. Thank you. Now, we call this Paradox Cave because you enter at the bottom, go down, and come out at the top. But the layout just makes no sense. It is a paradox. So first 2 items in Paradox Cave were not important. So we'll see what the other 5 in this room are.
And here's why I like the hook shot more than the boomerang. It can kill enemies.
And how about that? We got double spears in Paradox Cave. The Moon Pearl and the Morph Ball.
And a nice bomb jump. So if we don't find anything in Spiral Cave, or like maybe a hammer, I would say no Tower of Hera, or also no mirror, no Tower of Hera.
Would the hammer get us the Tower of Hera also?
Yeah, if we go by the east, at the east side, since you use the hook shot from the bottom, you go all the way to the top from the east, and then you use the hammer to make the peg go into the ground.
All right, Ossie found just a big 20 at the end of Spiral Cave, saved and quit, and is now hard resetting to spawn back at the ship in Super Metroid. With that Morph Ball and the Gravity Suit and the Spring Ball, there's a lot in logic.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Now, you just saw Ossie doing what's called arm pumping. While you're moving, if you tap L or R to aim your cannon, you're shifted forward by a pixel. You're not actually moving faster, your position is changing, but in something like this, it comes to the same thing. Ivan's getting his Death Mountain checks in as Ossie is heading toward Omega Missiles, which is the last item you collect in 100% item collection, and that's a vanilla item. Ivan's heading for the... Yeah, Ivan's going to get a couple of quick checks in Norfair done. This is the Crocomire escape item he's looking at here. That's missiles. I believe that's vanilla. It's either that or super missiles. And the last one he can check without the Morph Ball is right over to your left here. And that's just missiles. What did Ossie find at Bomb Torito? I didn't catch that.
Missiles.
Right, and Ossie did not have to fight Bomb Torito because the trigger for that by starting is actually having the Morph Ball bomb generator.
Yeah, but you need to be cautious about his power bomb count, cause it could soft lock, cause no Morph bomb, no Morph Ball bomb.
Ossie gets some very precise wall jumps to head up to the gauntlet. This is out of logic, but if you find something here, it'll definitely be worth it. Your point about needing to keep track... Sorry.
That is considered out of logic. I would say it would be in logic, since Power Bomb and Morph Ball.
The wall jumps to get up here are very difficult. They are explicitly not required on the normal version of the logic. So the chosen item in the gauntlet is missiles. It's normally an energy tank. Meantime, Ivan's up into Paradox Cave. He'll get his Moon Pearl and his Morph Ball here. Osse's moving through Gauntlet very carefully. Alright, now there are two items in this room, separated by double crumble blocks, and you see Osse falls down the center very handily. Oh my, the flippers and a glove upgrade! That is big!
That's... oh my god. That's literally unlocks so many things.
Meantime, the Terminator item is a heart container. Ivan's going for the gauntlet checks as well. You know, it's worth noting, those items are out of logic. We need infinite vertical momentum to actually get to them, or we need the speed booster for the shine spark. So, Morph Ball bombs for infinite bomb jumping, or the space jump are locking, or the speed booster are locking gauntlet.
And that could be huge, because they can be early in logic or really late.
Right, so I'm not sure where the seed is pointing right now. I would say either Meridia or Rex Ship. Early supers.
Me, I would say Zora item. Totally. Yeah, maybe out of logic is not good, but one that will be in logic, Zora item.
So the Brinstar Reserve Room, only notable item there was the Cane of Burna, and there's the Screw Attack. That'll give us extra block destroying. Alright, so from here, Osse's gonna head to the bottom of this room, gets the Moonfall there. That works by moonwalking off a ledge in a specific way so that your vertical fall speed is uncapped as you fall. And hey, there's our Morph Bombs. Alright, we are no longer out of sequence, because that puts Gauntlet in logic. The super missiles that are normally there are a +5 arrow capacity. Ivan's heading for his Omega missiles.
So me, what I want to see is, are we gonna see a King Zora being a king ripoff, or a king which give good item?
We will see. Alright, Edakun Power Bombs is a pack of super missiles. Meantime, Ivan's heading over to the Bomb Chorizo. Dr. Klepp noting that Osse has not turned on the spacer. That beam does not automatically enable itself because it can conflict with the plasma beam, which you can also find in Super Metroid. The reason for that is that the bombs use a simple index to determine what they're supposed to do when you fire them. You're never supposed to use spacer and plasma together, so any combination of the two will cause that index to overflow, and the game does crazy stuff at random. Osse now heading for Mission Impossible. Pre-item was a heart container. Another heart container, and he's gonna head on back out. I believe I just saw a sword upgrade at that missile pedestal.
I didn't quite catch that.
Osse gets an acceleration-related glitch there. Now, normally, the super missile block that he just shot out through that tunnel, you can't shoot it. But because of the way he positioned himself, the super missile he fired accelerated in such a way that it destroyed the block off-screen before it could despawn. And Spore Spawn is hiding a +5 bomb capacity. Ivan's on down into Brinstar. He's following in Ossie's footsteps.
Which I would say right now it's done. And OC is going to... Is he going to do like a gate glitch right now?
Looks like he got it first try. Very impressive. That again takes advantage of super missile acceleration. Gets the mushroom for his trouble. Now that gate glitch is out of logic on normal, so whatever he finds behind that mushroom, if he turns it in, will be out of logic.
And I think the seed is pointing toward go to Zora, please. And yes, that was our first sword.
Meantime, the charge beam on him is 20 rupees. Ossie now heading down into Green Hill Zone. Gonna drop a power bomb to open the door up into Old Brinstar. Green Hill Zone item is another +5 bomb capacity. Ivan's working his way toward the Edecoons. Ossie gets some nice wall jumping to head into Old Brinstar via the reverse meme route. Takes out the side hoppers with that screw attack. Very handy item to have.
Yeah, and we're nearing the Vanilla Morph Ball, right?
Alright, so Vanilla Morph Ball was super missiles, and before that was a +5 arrow capacity. And now check Alpha Missiles, Beta Missiles, and Billy Mays. Alpha Missiles is vanilla.
Yeah, and are we going to get another Vanilla Missile or not?
Also have the ceiling item here, which I've zoned out on for a second. That's also missiles, and Beta Missiles is 20 rupees. Ossie now heading up toward Billy Mays. This won't be too difficult since he's got the gravity suit, so if he falls in the water, it's no big deal. He does not, though. And you see an energy tank, but act now and we'll throw in missiles. So I see I think both runners have made about the same check, so both runners are going to have 30 super missiles. Now, we don't have Variasuit yet, so Norfair as a whole is out of logic. But if they wanted to, they have enough ammo to go fight Ridley. Like, they can take, with the ammo count they have, they can take on all 4 main Super Metroid bosses pretty comfortably.
Really? Okay, that's we could say that's great and not great at the same time. But with no Variasuit Norfair, either room would be out of logic, but normal room would be okay.
There's not a lot of places in Lower Norfair you can get to that without the Variasuit that are not heated, so we'll see what they do. The hard version of the logic calls for 5 energy tanks for standard hell runs, like Bubble Mountain. And then I believe it calls for 3 to get to the Ice Beam location. Meantime, Osse101 has reached the Red Tower, so he's going to go down. Again, Ivan following in his footsteps.
Now both did get their fire sword, which will easing up their adventure in A Link to the Past.
Spacer item is a set of 3 bombs. Now, if Ossie wants to, he can go into Meridia and basically full clear it. But it looks like for now, he's just going to break the tube open.
Yeah, I would say maybe this early that could pay off, but not as well. I will definitely do what he's doing right now. Crade.
Yeah, I agree. The crate play is also fairly quick for 3 items. So I agree. This is not a bad call. Crate missiles is a heart piece. The crate has 1,000 health. Missiles do 100. Super missiles do 300. But we'll see if Osse goes for the quick kill strat, which will save a good 20 seconds, maybe even 30. Goes for it, and he gets it. Very impressive. Meantime, Ivan is heading back up the Brinstar elevator to Super Metroid. Craig was hiding 3 bombs. Ivan has 1 item here he can check in the old Mother Brain room, and then 1 more he can look at, but not get to, in the old Torian escape shaft if he wants to.
Knowledge is power. That would be great to see it.
I agree. The old Mother Brain room item is missiles. That's vanilla. Dr. Clapp, RPG fan. I would say both of their executions are very good so far. This is great. Ivan is checking the shaft climb supers. What did Osse just get out of Craig's eating? I didn't catch that.
I would say missiles. Oh no, hurt piece. Hurt piece.
All right, and Ivan sees a reserve tank at Criteria Shaft Supers, so that's not gonna. That's nothing.
For speedrunner, I would say nothing. But as for me, a person who didn't finish Super Metroid, I would say it's something.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. The reserve tanks, there's a lot of cool glitches, a lot of cool things you can do with them. Like a lot of glitches that the Tassers have found in recent months. The Osse's heading over to the high jump area. He'll be able to clear out this area. Ivan couldn't because he did this before he found the morph ball. So the high jump missiles is an energy tank, and high jump itself is another energy. All right, Ivan gonna do the infinite bomb jump to check Criteria power bombs. Let's see where Osse goes from here. We haven't found a lot of Zelda progression, so I think Osse's gonna stay in Super Metroid for the time being.
I'm sorry, but I've got to disagree with you. With flippers, power gloves, and a sword, that's a lot of progression.
You're right. Like I've said, Super Metroid is my specialty, not Link to the Past. That's why I'm glad to have someone like you here.
And I glad to have you as for Super Metroid.
Alrighty, Osse's turning in that mushroom. We'll see what he gets out of that. Just a pack of power bombs, but it's still welcome.
And I will say welcome in both ways, cause it's out of logic, and it's not progression.
Alright, see another sword upgrade on the desert ledge.
We need
can't get there yet, I believe.
Yeah, it can't get there yet. We need Titansmith and a mirror. No, Titansmith and mirrors, or a book.
Got it. Alright, Ivan is staying in Super Metroid, so we're finally getting some route diverged. Hey, there's our mitts! Speak of the devil.
Yeah, and thus Ivan is doing like the trick with the spring ball where you add it and you remove it to have an extra jump in the water.
He gets that trick very handily. Now the logic does not expect that trick specifically, but there is the spring ball bounce trick I linked to earlier that means that Wreck Ship is in logic. Meantime, Osse checks King's Tomb and gets a heart container. He's up to 9 hearts now, which is not bad at all.
And with Blue Mail, that's good. But I want to see him doing the backup escape since that's in logic because we got some gloves.
Looks like you're getting your wish.
So, 3 items. What you want is not saying a map or a key.
So 2 prizes there, reserve tank and the heart
Piece.
piece. Okay, so this is that's the prize pool there is part of it includes Dark Cross and the castle dungeon, correct?
Yeah, in fact, you need the escape part and the sewers and the, with that key there, it just said, "Hey, you need a lamp to finish the sewer."
Right. The Dark Cross room, I call that. Meantime, Ivan is fighting Phantoon, who can move in a fast, medium, or slow pattern. It looks like we're getting a slow pattern here. Yep. And then once he opens his eye, if you don't hit him, he can close it quickly, medium speed, or slowly. There's a fast, and Ivan's going for Doppler strats. Now, once you've done enough damage to Phantoon, it takes him 10 frames to close his eye. You can also shoot missiles every 10 frames, so by moving toward him as you fire the missiles, you can kind of Doppler effect them and hit him faster than he can close his eye, kind of stomach it open. Meantime, Osse's got a Skull Woods dip going on.
And looks like that's gonna say, "Hey, you want the item in Skullwood? Go get your fire rod, please."
Meantime, Ivan has finished off Phantoon. Now, he has 2,500 health. Super missiles do double damage to him, but if you don't kill him with that super missile, he'll go into an enraged state, which takes about 30 seconds, where he just sends out multiple waves of his flames. Osse got his bumper let's check in. That's just a bomb capacity upgrade. I didn't see if it was a 5 or a 10, but not really relevant. So the cape will not be required.
We got Abundance, we got Meyer, Thieves Town as blue and red, and we got Palace of Darkness as a green. And
I saw 5-6 crystals at, I believe, Ice Palace and Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock, that's correct. And yeah, maybe Ice Palace. And that says the Cane of Soraya can be on pedestal and at the Fat Fairy Cave. Which, well, I would say that's pretty great for the restriction.
Alright, got Osse heading on into Thieves Town now. Ivan's making a convenience save so he can check the wrecked ship energy tank, which is fairly out of the... Ooh, there's half magic in Thieves Town.
Yeah, I was gonna say like fairly good, like when you said very good, I would say yeah. But elf magic is very good, as we say that word.
So Ivan made that convenience saves because it's coming back to the main part of wrecked ship from the energy tank area, which is where he is now. It's time consuming. So if this item is nothing, he can just reset and go back to that save. And indeed, it is nothing. Just 20 rupees.
And we found just our thing. We got our 2 items in Thieves Town, so we can just. Well, but finishing Thieves Town is never a bad thing. But, cause see, T-stun is always risky to skip, but with 2 items in hand, I would say that that's safe to bait out.
How many prizes are there in Thieves Town?
2.
Oh, only 2. So he got both prizes out of that quickly.
Yeah,
Hey,
and we just got our heater.
All right, so that's one medallion out of the 2 that we didn't know yet.
We know Quake is on Haga, so we need one more location. One Bumbo's first location.
Aldera9 in chat saying there are 4 prizes in TT, and we're also missing the hammer to full clear it.
Yeah, we know. I'm not as knowledgeable as I already know by heart how many items, but I know there are at least 2. So we would say that's safe from Osse to bat out of T-Stam as of now.
Meantime, King Evil 1, you are correct. Since Palace of Darkness is a pendant, Bow cannot be on pedestal. Ivan checks the wreck ship reserve item. That gets us that's just 3 bombs. Can't get to it without speed booster, but we don't need that.
Hey, Big Buck, you know what? We're going to High Cave, which is 5
Oh boy! Now, the last race I called, Bo was here, so that was pretty hype. The little goblin has a pack of bombs for us. Then we've got missiles. The speed booster, how about that? X-ray scope and arrow capacity upgrade. That's pretty hype.
I will give it like a minimum of 6, 7.
Meantime, Ivan found another energy tank at the missiles in the sky, top of ocean. And he's now heading toward gravity suit. So, where do you think Osse's heading at this point?
Right now, I would say pod or pyramid.
Meantime, Ivan's at the bowling chozo, so he's gonna have about a 30-second break. He'll be able to wipe his hands and take a drink, that kind of stuff. Alright, looks like Osse is indeed heading for pod. So, you'll have to let me know when we get stuck with considering the logic.
Which is right at the beginning if we don't find a key, or until we need hammer. Being there without a bow can be quite a gamble, but if air is a bow or progression or a key, we're good.
Alright, so there was a key there, so how far into Palace of Darkness can that get us?
Until we run out of keys, it can go until Hammerlock. And even before that, you need the bow to go to Hammerso King. So here's one key.
Now that chest over there is bow locked, correct?
Yeah, that's one of the chests that says bow locked. That's why it's risky to go in pod without a bow.
I believe Osse does have a potion, so he could do the bottle glitch if he wants to. The logic doesn't expect it.
Yeah, that would be. I would say that's out of logic.
Looks like Pod is being very generous with the small keys at this point. Meantime, I'm at the top of the red tower. He's checking the alpha power bombs, the first ones the game expects you to get if you're playing vanilla. Osse's got his bottle equipped. Looks like he may be going for the bottle glitch.
Yeah, maybe you're trying to be held by a anti-fairy or such things for to use as bottle. Cause yeah, you can use your bottle if your health or magic is full. But with that, it will it will trick the camera for it to be like just like that, and let the mimic get off screen. So the game thinks, hey, you don't have any more enemies. I will open the door for you. But they're still there.
Alright, so there's just 20 rupees and the hammer! Okay.
Okay,
Alright, so
that's
now
Bola.
that tells us that the hammer is locked behind the bow.
Yeah. So the boat can be pretty deep in the logic.
Now that is French vanilla, correct? Because this is where you find the hammer in the vanilla game.
In the big chest. The
Right.
armor is pod item.
Yes, yeah, this dungeon is where you normally find it. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that is vanilla dungeon. Cause you can do Amazon King with hammer, expected way, or you can do it with bombs.
How many bombs does it take to destroy Helmasaur's mask?
I don't really know. I just don't do it with the bombs. I just do it with the hammer, which with the hammer it's 17 hammer hits on the mask to take it off. And what's it with bombs, it's even more since hammer is doing tempered sword slash damage, bombs doing less than that, it will be like maybe way more. Oh, he's doing hammer is trying to do OC is trying to do hammer yup.
And he got it for the compass, and now he's gonna go for the 2 chests in the dark maze. Meantime, Ivan did get the crate quick kill. That's not the hardest trick, but it definitely takes some practice.
It's 2 chests in there. But yeah, crate quick kill is always good.
So Osse has gotten 2 items out of dark rooms that we haven't been able to see because of the dark.
And our cutscenes are out of logic since no lamp.
Right.
And as you may see, Ether is not lightning element. It just hides the enemy in place. And also you used to see invisible tiles.
It looks like Osse taking a death warp. So, and he's not going to try to finish Pod at this point. With that hammer, would he have been able to?
No, you need the bow.
Right, because there's the Igor statue you have to shoot, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're Osse at this point, LJM, where do you go now?
I would say Zora, but I would for money because I got gloves for so long right now. That could lead to my progression, or I could do pyramid since I'm in the dark world, pyramid, and catfish.
Gotcha. Alright, so we are first going to see Pyramid Ledge.
And Hoosie with is spin speed.
Ozzy gets a big 20 off the pyramid ledge. Looks like he's very close to his Zora money, so he's probably has that in mind right now, since he did grab that big 20.
Yeah, one of convenient things you will need, you hope to get, it's mirror at Catfish, because you could just work there, get at most 4 items, because Water for Fairy is 2 items, and Zora is King Zora, and Zora Domain's Ledge.
So here's a question. I'm not overly familiar with the map here. Can we get to the Ice Rod location in the Dark World from where we are?
From here, from where we are, we can get to the Ice Rod location in the in the Lightford location in the Dark World, since we got flippers.
Right, the reason I was asking is because that's where one of the cross-game portals is. It leads to the Meridian Missile.
Yeah. And he's taking the word. So I presume you will get to Meridia. But Ivan probably going to check the Meyer shed for 2 items. If we get a mirror there, that's Master Sword.
And indeed, that's exactly what Ossie's doing. He's backdooring to Dragon.
And without Misery Meyer for Ether and Silver Arrow, oh damn!
Right.
Now we just saved 5. We saved 5 minutes.
All right, so that's one medallion we know. So if Turtle Rock is Vanilla Quake, then we've got an Aga Seed. If it's Ether or Bombos, Aga is dead.
Yeah, Quake. No, and I would say in Vanilla, for US, it's Bombos.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe Japanese is Quake, but me, I would say Bombos.
All right. Ossie's heading into Dragon as Ivan is doing Dark Death Mountain.
And here's got the. I will say Dragon maybe doing the Kiko Labs.
Yes. Yes, the developer who put that little Easter egg in just exposed it in the last week or so. It was a nod to the girl he was dating when he was working on Super Metroid. Oh ho ho! There's our fire rod at Super Bunny Cave.
That's something huge, cause we'll need it, and we need the trolliest item of them all, the Ice Rod.
And there it is! Turtle Rock is Quake, so we've got an Aga Seed, folks!
Get hype for Aga Seed. And we have 5 items going up soon. We got Red Nails, a Heart Piece, the Red Boomerang, the one which I actually use most.
Meantime, Ossie has taken down Dragon. Ivan finishes up his check of Hookshot Cave. Definitely happy with that red mail.
Yeah, but you can say in the Link to the Past community something, you can say, hey, I become a coward because I got red mail. But red mail is always good.
How much of a damage reduction is each mail upgrade? Do you know?
I would say let's take the crab from near High Sword Cave in Lightwell. Green mail does 2 damage. Blue mail does 1 damage. Or, and I would say with red mails, it would do half a heart. But I don't know for sure for the red mail on the crab
Okay.
near Ice Rod.
Soulblazer 91, I'm not sure. What exactly are you asking about the item pool in SM? Can you clarify what you're saying?
And for the high temple in SM, you need Skullwood.
Soulblazer, yeah, that's correct. All of the items are randomized together. There's no major or minor item pools like there are in the standard tournament randomizer. Alright, Osse is at the aqueduct area. He's making a convenient save for the sandpit checks. Yes, any item can be in any location in either game.
Like for example, we got Flippers and Power Glove in Super Metroid, and Gravity Suit in A Link to the Past.
Alright, Osse's checking the left sandpit first, it looks like. There's a big 300 and a hard container. See, looks like... not sure what he's doing. Meantime, Ivan has taken that fire rod and gone right back to Skullwoods.
Did he check the first chest or not?
I'm not sure. I didn't catch that. I was checking out what Osse was doing.
Yeah, me too. Cause if you add the mirror, that's like a free check. If you add the mirror.
Yeah, Osse's checking the right sandpit now, so we'll see what's there. As Ivan is on to Mothula. He's only got Fire Sword, but he does have the Fire Rod, which does Butter Sword damage. Oh, there's Various Suit at the right sandpit! That's some value!
Yeah, and let's hope that Mothula don't stay on spikes. Cause Mothula is immune when it's on spikes. Or like, it flashes, but hey, my damage won't register cause I'm on spike. And in vanilla game, if you have the Butter Sword against Mothula, Mothula will take no damage from your sword. Cause Mothula is immune to spike damage. And Butter Sword do spike damage.
Right.
So in the randomizer, when you have Butter Sword, they reduced it to get Temper Sword damage.
Alright, meantime, Osse took his Various Suit out of that right sandpit and is now going to check the... looks like he's going to check the Plasma Beam location. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, Osse basically has Super Metroid Go mode. He can finish Super Metroid if that's what he wants to do. Aside from possibly needing more ammo and or the Charge Beam to beat Mother Brain.
Yeah, we'll need Full Beam Combo or ammo. You saw those Space Jump boots, right?
No, he does not have Space Jump. He just has the...
Ivan got Space... I Jump boot. Sorry.
Oh, Ivan found it.
I Jump
my
boot.
mistake.
That was... I confused myself with Metroid Prime, which I play most. But yeah, that were high jump boots.
Okay. Osse's going for Shine Spark Chest to get out of here, but abandons that line of inquiry and is going to bomb jump out. Okay, oh, you said Ivan found high jump. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Looks like Ivan just go back into Skullwoods. Looks like he's going to full clear it.
Yeah, Ivan didn't do the front of Skullwood. Osse did, but not Ivan.
Okay, so it looks like Osse is gonna head. Osse's taking the vanilla track back to that little area of Meridia that connects through Prince. Be interesting to see where he goes from. He's got all of Meridia open to him with the items he has in it. He could full clear it, just clean it out, or he could, like I said, he could literally go do anything else in Super Metroid right now. Looks like after a little bit of internal debate, Osse is going to full clear Meridia.
Yeah, and we know that only Ivan knows that it's a Hegazine as of now. So for a Hegazine, you need Master Sword or the cape to get through the barrier of Aghanim. I got that word.
Okay, we have one sword. The next sword we know of is on Lake Hylia Island. That requires mirror. No other sword of creature accounted for yet.
We've got Lake Halia, I would say Desert Ledge.
Oh right,
Desert Ledge.
Yeah, Desert Ledge is locked either by finding mirror so we can get access from the mire area, or locked by the book.
Yeah.
Mama Turtle Energy Tank is a big 20, and Mama Turtle Missiles is missiles. Meantime, while we've been focusing on Osse, Ivan's over into Thieves Town. Looks like he's death warping out.
Yeah, one of the strength and weakness of the Red Nail is that it's defense. Death warping is harder. Since he got Titan Smith, it can do the Smith chains. But you want to do digging games before getting the Smith, cause that lady don't like follower, and the Smith is a follower.
In the meantime, the top of Meridia had no value at all. The beach was, I believe, missiles, and then the blue boomerang and more missiles. Blue boomerang and big 20 in watering hole. And I believe that's everything that in Meridia that Osse is clean now. I didn't see what Crab Supers was, though. I don't think he might not have checked that.
I don't really know where this is, but I would say no, he didn't check that.
Crab Supers is the item in the next room over, the main street, that you access from this room via a morph ball level. Alrighty, looks like Osse is heading out the exit here to the Red Tower.
Meanwhile, Hyman is gonna get his speed booster.
Osse's getting his Red Tower checks in.
As of now, Ivan as a fire source, uh, offensive fire source, and he got the flippers, and the Titan Smith. He can do high spell. High spells would be in logic, so something can be in high spells.
Gotcha. It looks like Ivan is again going to be following Anasi's footsteps and doing Meridia through the back door. And Ossie is going to be heading for Bantoon. Looks like Ossie's going for the spring ball bounce that we mentioned for the crossing the moat. But he's going to do the gravity jump. Now, the
Gravity jump. Yeah, go ahead.
The gravity jump works by starting a jump underwater with the gravity suit on, so you get the quick acceleration of an air physics jump. And then you turn the gravity suit off, so you sail upwards with the slow momentum decay of water physics. Meantime, Ivan's on to Dragon, and looks like he might one cycle. Whoop, nope, got grabbed by the goo.
What we would need and would like to see, but we don't have it, is Plasma Beam and Microwave Dragon.
Now, real quick, the microwave strat with the plasma beam, charge beam, and X-ray scope, it's basically the Yellow Devil pause trick from Mega Man. Invincibility timers and the like continue running down while the X-ray scope is active. And Dragon, Botwound, and Bantoon are not flagged to stop plasma beam shots because you're not meant to have the plasma beam for them. So you fire a shot through them, activate the X-ray scope while it's in them, use that to run the invincibility frames out, let it go and use it again, and you keep doing that until they die. Meantime, Ivan got the blue suit glitch by killing Dragon with a Shine Spark, so he'll do the reverse full halfy here. Now, the reason blue suit works is because when Dragon dies, you're forced into a standing pose so that you can't soft lock if you killed him with the grappling beam by electrocuting him through the broken turrets. Ooh, Ossie hit Bantoon with a super missile. This is the enraged state I was talking about when Ivan was fighting. Ossie also going for the Doppler strategy that I explained earlier. Meantime, Ivan's checking the sandpits now. He'll get his Varia suit out of this.
So Big Buck, what would you like to see next as progression? As new progression, I would say.
That's a really good question. Like I said, we have almost everything we need to full clear Super Metroid. So there's not a lot of actual progression for that. But I would like to, over on the Link to the Past side of things, how about I hope we find the mirror next?
That would be something great.
So Ivan's on his way to the Brinstar Meridia connection. Ossie's heading up through the wrecked ship. Soul Blazer, I was never able to get the Speed Booster Zeb Skip. I can't get the Shine Spark Charge in that window. You are also, that is correct also, Soul Blazer. Aside from ammo, yes, we are in Super Metroid Go mode. Mother Brain's, okay, there's Crab Supers, it was just a big 20. Mother Brain's first form has 3,000 health, and you need to break her glass tube with 18 projectiles. Phase 2 has 18,000 health and takes standard damage from all sources. So you need 60 super missiles, and for every super missile you don't have, substitute 3 regular ones.
And with Charge Beam, we will need the full beam combo to substitute Hull ammo.
Yeah, Charge. Okay, I'm not sure what the damage is on Charge and Spacer combinations because it's so seldom used that I've seen. Charge and Plasma is 450. Charge and Ice is 600. Charge and Wave is 750. And Charge Ice Wave Plasma is 900.
That is nice to know.
Yeah, meantime, we've got, they're again trading checks. Osse's doing Wrecked Ship, and Ivan's doing Meridia. So, LJM, what progression are you hoping for next?
Do you want me to say a trolley progression or a good progression?
Okay, what do you hope they find for their sake, and what do you hope they find for our sake?
For our sake, Ice Rod. For their sake, I would say Lamp.
Yeah, does the Ice Rod actually lead to anything at this point?
Clearing Total Rock.
Turtle Rock also requires King of Samaria, which we also don't have, so...
But Total Rock is Quake, and Quake is in Lumberjack Cave, which will need Aganin's Tower, and to do Aganin's Tower, it has Dark Room, so if you don't have the lamp, that is out of logic, since you don't have the lamp.
And from what I'm told, the Castle Tower Dark Rooms are some of the hardest to do.
With the Dark Maze. Cause to be honest, Ice Rod is only needed for Total Rock, nothing else.
Yeah, the only thing it does is let you damage try and access Firehead, correct?
Yes, that's the only useful thing in A Link to the Past.
Soul Blazer 91, Shack Tool is completely impossible right now. We don't have the grappling beam to get there the intended way, and we don't have the ice beam to clip through the floor to get up to him. It's okay, Soul Blazer. These races are a lot to keep track of, even for us.
Yeah, there are the tracks. That's why we got a trigger, which is Death by Snoozer right now, which I like to thanks right now.
I'll toss in my thanks as well. I've had to track and commentate before, and it's not fun. And actually, while we're throwing out thanks, let's also throw out a thanks to Total for developing the code logic that makes this work. This is so much fun to watch.
Yeah, and then we could also say thank you to some rando dev and a link to the past rando dev. And since we're headed.
Yes, thanks to the developers of both the individual randomizers, and thanks to Total for making them work together. So Osse is sailing at the ship, so we'll see his ammo totals.
Not enough.
No, actually, that depending on Zebetite skip and such, that is enough ammo for Mother Brain.
Ice beam room coming up.
Meantime, Osse's heading down to the old Torian escape shaft. He's probably going to do the shaft supers. Maybe not. And hey, there's Kane of Samaria at the Ice Beam location. That could be pointing to Misery Mire, or it could be, or if we find a few other things, it could be pointing to Turtle Rock.
But pointing to Turtle Rock is pointing to I got that word.
Right, I keep forgetting that.
Which would point at, please find a book or a mirror and a lamp.
So Ivan's heading down toward Crocomire the way the vanilla game expects you to, through this speed booster hall. And Ivan is gonna make the Crocomire play. Alright, Crocomire doesn't take damage the way other bosses do. Each missile backs him up 1 step, and each super missile backs him up 3 steps. Now there's a bridge behind him that'll collapse under his weight, so you back him up onto it, and it collapses, and he dies.
And also a plasma beam is Crocmire one of weakness.
Very true. Crocomire is another boss that's not flagged to stop a plasma beam shot, but because of the way he does take damage, it'll hit him multiple times as it goes through him without use of the X-ray scope. So just one shot, one charged plasma shot will back him all the way up.
Let's see what the elbow hides for us. Just missile. I would have laughed so hard if it has the mirror, cause it would say, hey, the mirror is early in the logic. Have fun.
Okay, let's see what Osse's doing here. Apparently Osse never checked Ice Rod Cave?
Looks like he never did. You know what? My stand on King Zara still stands as of now, and we didn't see Waterfall Fairy yet. So my stand on
we haven't been to Zora's Domain
still stands. Oh, a water walk. That you could just use those flippers.
Well, the water walk saved a little time since he was able to dash, so I think that's what he was going for.
You know what?
That was the space jump in the Waterfall of Wishing. So if there is progression at Goltorizo missiles, we are not locked out of it. Oof, there is a bottle from the princess or whatever that is.
Waterfall Fairy.
the Waterfall Ferry.
A Link to the Past. The name is easy. And we just got missile in Zora's Ledge.
There's an energy tank at the grappling beam item.
And we got a sword. We're getting a sword soon because we got our book. We can
That
now
is
read.
literacy, baby. And that's also access, I believe, with what we have now. That's access to both tablets.
That access to Desert Palace, which
No, it's
gives,
access to the Ether tablet, but not the Bombos tablet. The Bombos tablet requires the mirror.
yes, but does give access to Desert Palace, which gives access to a Master Sword, which gives access to Aghanim's Tower. But we don't have a lamp, so we can't finish it. We can't finish it.
Ossie's gonna get his silvers out of the mire shed. Soulblazer 91, yes, tablets require the Master Sword, but there's a sword upgrade on the Desert Ledge. That is now in logic. That sword upgrade is now in logic since we have the book, so we can get into Desert. Right,
And-
Ossie's heading into...
And sorry.
Ossie's into Super Metroid, he's gonna fight Gold Teresa.
And you know, since the book was there at King Zora, the Master Sword and the book were early in the logic. So have fun.
Alright, so I just saw the charge beam at Gold Teresa missile, so that was hard locked by the space. Ossie does have that though, so he may take the time to go around and get it. I definitely would.
Yeah, with charge beam, yeah, definitely. That is like, oh, you could get a tempered sword for Ganon instead of a regular Master Sword.
Meantime, the speed booster items are a heart piece and super missiles. Yeah, Ivan's doing his upper Norfair checks now, as Ossie's in lower Norfair. Well, looks like Ossie's comfortable with his super missile count, so he's gonna head on through here. Okay, he is not taking the time to loop back around for charge beam, so he probably will not be picking it up. Wave beam item is a heart piece. I didn't see what the pre-wave item was. Oh, that's another heart piece. I didn't.
And so we're in the worst room in the game, right?
Absolutely. It's a pain in the butt to do, and it lags like a jerk. I think Ossie's forgetting he has space jump here.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's easy. That would be so easy with space jump if he remembers it.
Didn't see what was the Bubble Mountain item.
I would say junk.
Mickey Mouse Room is super missiles. Looks like Ivan's going for the quick charge. Going for a short charge to get. Oh, he whiffed his Shine Spark. Real quick, what Ivan was doing was, while you're holding the run button, Samus's speed steadily increases. With the variable to track if you have speed echoes only increments on a specific frame of the running animation. I believe it's Samus's front foot at full extent. So you tap the button around that magic frame to get speed echoes and a shiny spark charge in a shorter runway.
And I would say a nice lava dive from Ivan.
That uses the gravity jump that I explained earlier. Meanwhile, Power Bombs of Shame is vanilla, so called because you only pick them up if you're doing 100% item collection, or if you've done very poor item planning and you run out of Power Bombs in this room. Ivan is backdooring to Golterizo, so Osse trying to get speed booster kills on the elite space pirates here. Looks like he's changed his mind. He's just going to go for super missiles. Yeah, he's going to reset the room and try again.
Yeah, that's like the only room where space pirates are acting like ninjas.
Now, Osse has exactly enough supers to drain Ridley to 0 HP. Ridley takes double damage from supers, so each one he misses substitutes 6 regular ones. And Osse gets the kill. Very clean, very fast. That was nice. I've been going for spring ball jump strats to get out of the Golterizo area. Hey! The grappling beam behind Ridley.
And what is the vulnerable item of behind Ridley?
Normally, that's an energy tank.
Sad face. I was
Okay.
expecting something more interesting.
I'm getting worried because that grappling beam could be pointing us towards Shack Tool. We have everything we need to check it.
I'm happy that points towards it. I'm so happy that it points towards it. You know, my prediction at the beginning can be true. Something at Shack Tool.
Looks as though Ivan found Ice Beam while we weren't looking. Chad, where did he get that?
Maybe Dark Maze?
If it was Dark Maze, that would explain why we didn't see it. Oh, Doubtier, thank you. Bubble Mountain.
But if he had high beam, why doesn't it show the Ivan said check Ose's side and not Ivan's side.
JW8191. Speed was junk. Just I believe a heart piece and 20 rupees.
Yeah.
Ranker Z room is the vampire skewer or the validation arrow, whichever you prefer to call it. And Osse is done with the Lower Norfair. He'll be getting his Upper Norfair checks in, most likely, because he's in the perfect position to do them.
But he won't get his charge beam, right? Just cause.
Yeah, I think he's comfortable with the ammo count he has to finish Super Metroid.
I would never be safe to not have charge beam in Super Metroid for Mother Brain.
When you've got the ammo counts these guys have, I can understand skipping it. Okay, so speed was a hard piece in Super Missiles. Yes, Tutor K0, we appreciate the fact that you're tracking, because I haven't, like I said, I've tried tracking once. It's tough for me.
Yeah, I tracked one thing. I tracked game once, and tracking can be hard. And so Blazer, the hammer was in pot, being blocked in pot. So
Yeah,
we didn't find a bow yet. So that we are quite. So the bow can be quite far in the sea. But the bow can't be on pedestal, cause pod is a pendant.
Meantime, Osse's heading back through the three heated room gauntlet that you normally take to get to Bubble Mountain. There's one item in this next room, the Cathedral, that he can check. And it's just super missiles. He might take that. Yeah, he's gonna.
He's got gravity suit and barrier suit, so is immune to lava. Why not pick it? Cause it's free.
Absolutely. JW, yes. If there's 4 runners, there are usually 2 trackers.
Cause one tracker, and 4 runner, the tracker will go insane.
Alrighty, in the meantime, Osse's back into Link to the Past.
That's been a while since we was there.
It has been quite, yeah. We're doing big chunks of both games all at the same time.
And you know what? You didn't go to the dark world, cause it doesn't know yet that it's the Ega seed. Only Ivan know it's the Ega seed.
Looks like Osse is heading for Tower of Hera.
Which is out of logic, cause we haven't found a bow yet.
Oh, right.
So just 20 per rupee on heater tablet. And that's why sequence break can be harsh on
Right,
you.
so what is based on what we know about the seed, the logic, and what the sequence breaks that have been done, what can and cannot be here?
Cannot be a bow. Ice Rod can be anywhere, cause in Valhalla you can get it from the beginning. So that can be Ice Rod, could be Bumbos, could be almost for our go mode in a Link to the Past. It could be uh, anything safe. As right now, a bow, but it can be a mirror. That can that can be logically possible.
Right, so that's one prize, and I believe we found the small key. So
Which says that can be in the during tar rooms, or it could be in Moldorm, also known as Schwoldorm.
indeed, I've seen some horrible luck with Moldorm falls recently. Although, to Ossie's benefit, he has the hammer, which does tempered sword damage. Ooh, there's a fall. So, Moldorm only takes 3 hammer hits to destroy, and if you only hit him with the hammer, then he won't go into his enraged state.
Yeah, but the fall that you don't want to take is in the middle. That's 2 floor. Cause you fall into a pit.
And our tracker pointed out in chat, Ossie doesn't have a fire source, so he can't do the basement. So he's really hoping that item is on Moldorm. And that is 3 falls now, unfortunately.
Yeah, and speaking of item that can be in Terra, it can be the lamp.
Or
If that's the lamp, the bow is really hurry, and that will be harsh to find.
Soulblazer 91, you have to light 4 torches to cause the big key chest to appear, the vanilla big key chest. Oh, going for Kane to Burna strats, that's interesting.
That's kind of Verna grants immunity to almost everything or everything.
Oh, that means there is indeed an item at the bottom of Tower of Hera.
So, Super Bonnie Cave for the fire rod. And at the basement, that can be the lamp. And Bumbos is not a passive fire source. And as a passive as of it doesn't light torches.
Blood Source. The hammer was in the Bullock section of Pod, and Fire Rod was in Super Bunny Cave.
Correct. And now Ivan can read. And Osse now knows that's Enega seed.
Ossie's gonna get some Dark Death Mountain checks in while he's doing this. JW, no, only Ossie did the bottle glitch to get to the Bullock area of Pod. Ivan did not.
So as of now, Ivan is in logic, and Osse is not in logic. So an advantage to stay in logic is even if you got late item, like for example in this case the bow, it can help you a lot to locate your missing items.
Looks like Ivan's making the desert play. He'll get his Master Sword here.
And maybe a lamp or a bow. Now, Osse is not gonna find his bow there, for sure. That's out of logic. Repeats as item 1.
And it's a nope tank. Oof.
Oof. And Osse just got his fire rod, by the way.
Bakian's in logic with Burna, but it's not in logic without Hammer, and Hammer is out of logic right now.
Until we find a bow, it's out of logic. And as of now, the book was early in logic, so the book will most likely lead to progression.
Alright, Ivan's got his front of desert done, and Osse's over into Ice Palace.
Ice Palace. In there you got one of the two, for me, one of the two hardest boss in the game. Save Ganon. Yeah. Which, in this case, it is Cold Stare.
Hey, there's that plasma beam.
That hail alien fire rod. And Ivan with his Master Sword is gonna get his Sword Beam and a huge buff in damage from Link to the Past from his sword.
And also, I believe, a 1 pixel extension on the sword's range. Is that correct?
1 pixel, I can't say how many pixels, I'm not that knowledgeable specific on the length of the sword, but it helps a lot. And Osse is going to for the most useful bomb jump in the game. And Ivan with his 6 fire rod shot done.
Absolutely
And
destroyed the land mollusk. That was a great fight.
Yeah, and great one cycle and get the second crystal of the game. His second crystal of the game.
And it's also worth noting, both of our runners have done all 4 Super Metroid bosses already. Looks like Ivan's making the Ice Palace play as well.
Yeah, and as of now, Osse did that bomb jump. That means if a small key is on Cold Stare, the game expects you to to add the Cane of Soraria, which only Ivan has.
That bringing up an interesting point. Can Ivan get to Cold Stare without the hammer?
Ivan can't get to Cold Stare without the hammer. The Ice Palace is hammerlocked. So Cold Stare is out of logic.
It looks like Osse has been go-moding this, so...
Which is not good.
Looks like Osse's gonna go for the grouping strats on the Cold Stare pups. He doesn't get it. Really use up the rest of his magic. Gets one puff down, and is gonna go. Looks like he's gonna go for hammer strats.
That can be the bow. The Cane of Soraria was required in logic to complete Ice Palace. Where was Cane of Soraria again?
Yeah, I'm kind of blanking on that too. I'm pretty sure it was in Super Metroid, but I don't remember where.
Oh right, that was in Ice Beam Room.
Right.
So, as of now, as we know, Ice Palace is locked because we need the bow to get the hammer, and we need to get the hammer to finish Ice Palace, and we need the Cane of Soraria to finish to finish Ice Palace in this case.
Osse's got his Master Sword now, and he's gonna go finish up Desert.
Oh, nice overing strat.
Wow.
Thank you, Ivan, for that over. Over, in fact, you need to mash really rapidly your A button, your A button, and you need Pegasus boot for that. And yeah, in Link to the Past, if when you push block, the block don't have the, like, let's say, properties, so you can hook shot through it.
Looks like Osse didn't finish cleaning out Desert, so he's going back to do that now.
I'll need to find Power Bomb.
Looks like Ivan's gonna go do Misery Mire.
As of now, that could be a good play, cause the book can be in there.
Could we find the lamp in there too? I know Mire does have dark rooms.
We got dark rooms, yeah. But do we get a bird toss? I want to see a bird toss. No, no bird toss.
In the meantime, looks like Osse's gonna get his King of Samaria out of the ice cream room.
So in logic, can finish Mire, cause it got dark rooms, and you need the lamp. And whatever level or things you put in A Link to the Past, the logic will never expect you to do dark room. Save for Glendos where we can say, hey, you need to do a dark room. But whatever logic you do, maybe, or if you put no logic, okay, you can do dark room, but whatever logic, you never expected to do dark rooms.
Alright, it looks like Ossie is retracing what Ivan was doing earlier, heading through Norfair.
Did he forget to get Plasma Beam?
He doesn't have Charge Beam.
Right.
The Charge Beam was gated by the Picky Chozo, and he didn't go up and around.
And here's the bow.
Okay, so the bow puts Pod back in logic.
Put the hammer in logic.
Right.
But Pod is still not in logic, cause dark rooms.
Right.
So we could say that the lamp will be could be pretty deep in the logic. One of the only space jump lock location in Super Metroid. Does it lead to a gold treasure or not?
It's the Chozo on the way to Gold Torizo. He won't activate unless you have Space Jump, so you can't get to the Gold Torizo missile item, which we saw here was the Charge Beam, without that Space Jump.
Okay. Okay.
I think the randomizer logic expects Space Jump as part of the access to Shack tool, but I'm not sure. Meanwhile, cosine wave room is just a +5 arrow capacity.
You know what? What would be a good play now is returning to Thieves Town, which I think Ivan is doing now. Returning to Thieves Town. No, it did not. I'm surprised by that. Or is going to check the bumper cave and hopefully return.
Looks like Bumper Cave was just a bomb capacity upgrade.
That's what capacity upgrade. Oh right. You know what we didn't do yet? We didn't do the escape, the regular escape,
Right.
which requires only a weapon. Like Cane of Soraya is a weapon, Bomb is a weapon, but not suitable for bombs. So yeah.
Looks like Ossie's heading for the dungeon. As Ivan's checking Catfish.
Which is a piece of art. I didn't think of escape because normally in Link to the Past I always check escape at the same time as Hunko. So
Right.
that flashed through my mind.
So is it possible there's still a prize in Dark Cross?
And as of now, maybe. No, maybe definitely.
Okay, so there are 2 chests left in this sequence, I believe. Zelda Cell and Dark Cross, is that right?
Yeah. To find the map. If it has like
Yeah. Ossie just got it.
nothing.
Ossie just got the map.
Since if it's nothing like not an item, you need I would say the lamp is elsewhere.
Well, there's Wave Beam.
That's great.
Looks like Ivan's following that bow to Pod.
Yeah, so we'll get his hammer in logic.
Randomizer 91, we have seen Charge Beam. It's behind the Picky Chozo at Gold Torizo Missiles. You didn't go back for it. So what do we have Osse doing here? Is this a ped check?
Yeah. Get hype chat. We may see what's in the pad.
And that would be Bombos, which is not required, so sorry chat, pet is dead.
Yeah. But I find it funny that they put Johnny Cash lyrics there. I never checked Pad for to see the Bumbo singing.
Alright, so Osse's gonna check the Magic Bat.
Which give Elf Magic and Vanilla. Which gives nothing important.
Big 20. Yochibato, yes, Quake is Lumberjack Ledge. Quake is also Turtle Rock, so we definitively have an Aga 1 seed.
But it won't be logic cause no land.
Right.
And right now, whatever your mail or hammer is in Links to the Past, spike to 1 heart of damage. Whatever you have.
So it looks like Ivan is expecting to have to Death Warp here, so he's going to be kind of annoyed when he gets the hammer.
I would say yes and no. Cause now it's just when you get an item further in logic, it decreases the items it can lock.
Right.
But as of now, the true guardian of this seed is the lamb.
Meantime, Osse's into the back of Skullwoods as Ivan is doing dark rooms in Pod.
That could easily be no dark rooms if we lit the torch at the beginning of the rooms with fire rod.
And Osse's into his Mothula fight. Very handy fight. Osse's back into Skullwoods, gonna finish clearing it out. Ivan's doing pod dark rooms. As
And
he gets his
also,
high jump.
yeah, getting his eye.
Looks like Ivan might have gotten lost.
Yeah, the dark maze is hard without lamp.
Okay, so Ivan is gonna head over to Ice
Ice
Palace.
Palace.
Finish it.
Meanwhile, yeah, Osse is gonna do the hammer peg.
Did either of our wonders turn into Smith yet? I don't remember.
Nope. Cause normally we'll wait for hammer, cause you do hammer peg with the smith chains.
Right,
And
but we don't have mirrors, so...
it's without the mirror, it's in logic. Cause save and quit, the followers stay with you. You can go to the life world.
Right.
Before a certain version, that was not in logic. But like half of the version we have now, which would be like 50, at least 15 or maybe 18 at V18, it became in logic.
The version... The combo randomizer is based on version 29.
And Ivan with second hover, which is amazing, which with a good consistency is good to have for hover.
Alright, Osse's back over here. Is he gonna do Meyer now?
Yeah,
He'll probably do Meyer up to the bow, just like Ivan did.
what I'm more thinking now is why didn't he do the the chest to for Gary's lunchbox while he was there?
Can you have the chest and the Smith following you at the same time?
When you let this lead the smith to is a forge. When you go to the dark world, you will see a chest, and that's still in logic, cause you grab the chest, save and quit, and you go to the dark world since Aghanim is not done, and you go to the thieves, so you can open the chest, and that's the smith chain.
Right, but he didn't mirror back. We don't have the mirror yet.
Yeah, the mirror could be in that purple chest. With the magic of save and quit.
Right, but since he didn't mirror from the dark world to the light world, he didn't have a quick way to get back to the dark world to get the chest.
Quickly, he got one. The village of podcast portals. And I went doing a quick job for Cold Stair.
So, do you think Osse will go for the Misery Mire Dark Room so he can just get Vitreous out of the way? Oh, wait, Mire's a pendant, so...
Yeah, that is dependent. But Misery Mire Dark Room is like one of the most difficult of all the Dark Room. He's more checking, like right now he's going to check the Misery Mire big chest.
Big chest, small key. Yeah, both of them have checked the Lumberjack Ledge.
And both know that it's a legacy.
Alright, Ivan is coming to Tower of Hera with a fire source. We know that a prize was orphaned in the basement by Osse. So if that prize is the mirror, then this is big.
And if it's the lamp, that's even more big, because you unlock Lumberjack, which unlock the Quake, which unlock the Turtle Rocks, which unlock 6. Without the Ice Rod, I would say 5 checks. With the Ice Rod can kill Trinex, so it's 6 checks. 6 checks.
Gotcha. Does Turtle Rock have any dark rooms?
Yes.
Oh, right. There's the Samaria maze that's dark.
Yeah, but that's you can qualify it as an easy one. I would qualify it as a medium level. So yeah, the lamp will be bigger than the mirror, but the mirror will unlock Swamp Palace, which is the other big location.
Could the lamp be in Swamp?
Yes, the mirror can block the lamp, and the lamp blocking Total Rock. That's totally possible.
Gotcha. Right. Ivan's heading back into Tower of Hera to grab that item in the basement.
Serial X mirror can be at Mimic Cave, cause you need the mirror to get at Mimic Cave. And sorry, yeah, I see your kappa.
Trolling.
Ivan saying no to the Kit Kat break.
Hey, there's the mirror in the Thieves Town big chest!
Low. So the lamp can be in Swamp Palace now.
And the prize in Tower of Hera is just 50 rupees.
So as of now, we got big progression.
So I think we're just looking for the lamp for no mode at this point.
No, we don't know where is the ice rod.
Right. Lamp and ice rod.
K45 has 5 rupee. Nope. And you know, it might be in the shovel spot.
Right. JW, Hera basement was just 50 rupees. Now, while Osse's over here getting the lunchbox cracked open, he's also going to be in perfect position to check the Bombos tablet. So, what do you think we'll see there?
For our sake, nothing important.
I'm going to say we'll see super missiles.
I'm good with that. Art piece.
Yep. And I believe Osse's is right by. Yeah, he's definitely gonna do swamp now.
And it definitely wants to. That's the big progression. That's like a dungeon completely. So your chance of having progression there is huge. And while pushing blocks, can spam the mirror so you can make it disappears.
Do you know why that works? Because I have no idea.
It's like a glitch that's I would say minor glitch, but not exactly how. But when you pushed it, the mirror just make the block disappear.
Okay.
You would like someone more technical about it?
Alright, Osse's making his way through swamp as Ivan is doing something. He's fluting off somewhere.
Thieves down. No, Link out. Oh, he's going to reflute.
He's in CAC now, so yeah, he might be thinking to finish Thieves Town. Okay, he's already done with Skull Wood, so finishing Thieves Town is the only thing that makes sense at this point.
Yeah. Just to keep the dream alive, what do we still need for Shack Tool?
Absolutely nothing. We can check Shack Tool whenever we want.
So chat, the dream is alive. Shack Tool can be required.
Was that vanilla big key in Swamp?
No, not Vanilla Big Key. But here's Ice Rod. No, Vanilla Big Key and Swamp is like in the most secluded area in Swamp Palace. Like
Okay.
one of the time sink, you could say, of Swamp Palace.
Alright, not anymore. I sure can't be a Jack tool because Osse just found it in the big chest in Swamp Palace.
An ice rod, but we can still have a lamp. You know, we have a lamp.
Yep. Lamp is the last item we need for no mode. How about that?
Yeah. I would say we're in maybe a length to pass go mode at that point. We just need to get to finish. I guess him, get a quake, and we're in go mode.
Yep. Sorry if that was too loud, chat. I'll watch myself. I'll watch myself a little more closely.
Yeah, that was really loud. I'm kind of glad that I don't have my speaker volume too high. But I can understand your high.
Yeah, hopefully I don't blow my eardrums out when I watch the replay tomorrow.
But what Osse will really want is get that sword upgrade on Lycalia, cause it will save like another maybe 2 or 3 minutes on Ganon's fight with Tempered Sword. Cause
yeah, with Master Sword you have to do spins to damage him, correct?
Yes, and that 12 spin 5 phases, so it would be like maybe 36 spin attack, and so you can be in total you can have like maybe if you do one shot of silver arrows on Ganon, that would be at least minimum 40 Master Sword spin attack. But
right,
it does
he's
get
got
his
his Tempered Sword now. As Ivan's making his way through Thieves Town, he'll get his mirror here. And where is Osse heading now?
Eastern, clearly finishing it. Cause he's in go mode.
Yeah, he's in go mode aside from finishing the castle tower to get to Quake.
Yeah, so we can say it like at 2 hours 20 minutes we're in no mode, and we could also say in go mode.
Absolutely. So I'm sorry, chat, but Check Tool is now dead. The dream has died.
I wished as all of my wish has died.
But yeah, I wait with bated breath for an Aga seed and a Ped seed on the same seed.
No, I would prefer a Shack Tool over a Dead Seed in that case. Cause Shack Tool, I don't see Shack Tool often. That's the only reason why.
Kairos, both of our runners have checked Lumberjack. They both know that Quake is there and is needed for Turtle Rock. Looks like Ivan's doing the lunchbox. Oh, I wasn't counting items here. Is there a prize left on the Armos Knights? I guess not. Alright, looks like Osse's making the Castle Tower play. Alright, looking at the tracker, if we've got everything right, yeah. Osse just finished Eastern, so that's 6 crystals. So we have to do Aga 1 to get Quake to do Turtle Rock, and then Ganon's Tower and Mother Brain. Space Jump was in Waterfall of Wishing, duder. Soul Blazer 91, there is a way to do it. They're called Plandos, but I don't remember. There should be a link to it on the randomizer site. A way to set up your own seed. Osse's making the Castle Tower look easy, considering all the equipment he's got. What's Ivan doing? He's heading to Dark World. What's he looking for? Oh yeah, swamp. Alrighty, we don't actually play the Aga Blue Ball guessing game because that is random for each runner as opposed to being randomized to the seed. Let's see how many blue balls Osse gets as he fights Aga 1. Meantime, Ivan's in Swamp. He'll get his no mode here. And there's one blue ball. That guy won it all. Yeah, Quake is a Lumberjack ledge, and it's required for Turtle Rock. Two blue balls. Three. Four. No, three. Alrighty, folks, get your marks in chat because at 2 hours, 31 minutes, and about 10 seconds, Osse101 is in go mode. Alright, Chad, get your not like this is in chat because, yeah, I see it too. I've been just skipping the lamp. Alright, looks like Ivan's heading over to finish Eastern as Osse's heading on into Turtle Rock. We are definitively in go mode, so Osse's just going to blaze through here as fast as he can. Osse's making his way, and Ivan's making his way. Osse's into the chain chomp room. Looks like he's gonna take the chest. Oh, right, he needs a small key. Ivan's up to the Yarmos Knights. They'll, as we saw with on Osse's head, they'll die to 1 silver arrow apiece. That guy won it all. Yeah, we are in go mode aside from Osse's in go mode. Ivan's in go mode aside from Quake. Well, looks like Ivan is heading for the castle tower.
You can see uh, Ivan is in technical go mode without the lamp, but he's
Yeah,
not in logical go mode.
yeah, yeah. Again, it's all down to how comfortable he is with dark rooms, and apparently he's pretty comfortable, or he's using. Or he's gonna use the torches that Maniacal mentioned in chat.
Yeah, but I see him doing a render of more than one game of Zelda, so I'm sure I'm pretty confident in his skills of A Link to the Past.
Okay, that one wasn't too bad. Oh wow, Osse has just flown through Turtle Rock. He's already up to Trinax.
Yeah, that small kit helps a lot because he didn't need to do Blazer Bridge. And yeah, you just change right there because when the head explodes just like that, you can't open your inventory to change rods. And Trinex quick kills.
Very efficient quick kill. And now that we're done with that, we're gonna play the Ganon's Tower guessing game. There are 22 spots where that big key can be, so get your guesses in chat now.
Get your guess in chat now.
I'm gonna go with what I always guess, 4 always wins. Except so far it's never won. Because that makes sense.
Me, I typed 12. And we hand the guessing game when he enters Ganon's Tower. And going for the first one entering it, which in this case, Osse. And it's only the supporter or the subscriber of Spin Gaming channels. And it's 2.
How about that? That was pretty darn early. So Osse's just gonna head down the left side and grab a couple of keys.
Yeah.
And how about that? I was closest.
Yeah, the
Closest with my
big
guess
box
of 4.
looks like you won. Yes, sir, that's totally rigged. No, that's not rigged. That's not rigged at all.
Alright, Osse's on his way up Ganon's Tower. Got this particular spiky death room he's got to do. Alright, Osse up to floor 4 and the escalating gauntlet. You start off with enemies and conveyors. Then you throw in a laser.
BMOs. Yeah. One of the cool strat here is Bumbo strat, but we don't have Bumbos.
Yeah. Then you throw in spikes and another laser, and then you throw in ice on top of that. So this... And then you subtract the conveyor, subtract the spike, subtract one laser, and add a pea shooter. A little anticlimactic, if you ask me.
Everyone's love ice physics. Everyone loves them.
Alright,
Oh,
we got
and
Ozzy
miss,
for silver arrow strats on Land Molus 2.
and he missed the first for first round. But he get the second.
Alrighty, Ozzy going for the Samaria strats as is usual in that first Wizwo room. Gets it very handily.
Yeah, Gauntlet is really is a lot of execution.
Right. Yeah. Execution in both games from both waters has been very much been on point.
Yeah, yeah. But I have no wonder that Osse is this good in A Link to the Past, because he is one of the admins in A Link to the Past fandom.
So, Ozzy has a pretty big lead right now. I'm not gonna say it's impossible for Ivan to come back, but he's got a lot of ground to make up in a very short amount of time.
I would say no, nearly impossible. Nearly impossible. If Uzi doesn't do major screw up, then it's GG.
Alright, so Ozzy's up to Moldorm 2, which could get trolled here, you never know. Meantime, Ivan's up at the top of Death Mountain. He's going to be heading for Turtle Rock. Ozzy finishes up Moldorm 2. And Ozzy gets 50 rupees out of what some people like to call the validation chest. Just a little joke. I mean, it's not necessary, but in the rando community, we joke about that single arrow being the validation arrow, the spring ball being the validation item for Super Metroid, and then that chest being the validation chest. Nochibato, yeah, there was a lot of Super Metroid done very early.
And here we got a double, a single, another double, and another double. Good, I would say.
I think one of the doubles didn't count because the two shots must have hit at the same time.
No, I would say that it counted. So here we are. We're going soon to make bacon. But since Werewolf is vulnerable to Silver and Ganon is vulnerable to Silver Arrow, wouldn't make it a werepig?
Perhaps.
And Ganon
Ossy's going for spin strats on Ganon to get double hits. Very, very nice.
And that's the best placement you can get for Ganon for a phase 2.
And it looks like we've got phase 3 now.
Yeah. Do you find the Savaro in the Dark World? Yes, we do. And here's a double and the torch glitch.
Double and torch glitch in very rapid succession. That was impressive.
From Jose, I have no wonder that he does that.
Alrighty, folks, get your single G's in chat for Osse finishing Link to the Past.
And I would say his challenge lays in Super Metroid.
Alright, all we've got left in Super Metroid is Torian. So, I think Osse's gonna stay with the ship here to double check his ammo count. Yeah, he's definitely gonna save here to refill. Yeah, he's got a very comfortable mother brain.
Yeah, I would say that even me, I know the knowledge of having near 60 super missiles for murder brains. I would say is good for murder brains.
Yeah, she has 18,000 HP, takes normal damage, so it would be 60 super missiles.
And he got 65.
Also has enough regular missiles that if he does decide to fight the Zebatites the normal way instead of use the glitch, then he'll still be fine. See, making sure work of the first room of Metroids. Groups up the second room, very nice. Ivan is through the dark rooms in Turtle Rock and is heading for Laser Bridge to grab a key.
I have no worries for Ivan's skills in hunting to the past. But I think he did participate in the co-op SMZ3 tournament.
As I believe he was ALG Andy's partner in that.
Yeah, I think his partner was Handy. ALG Handy.
Alright, so looks like Osse is setting up to go for the baby Metroid skip. See how this goes for him. The idea here is you get the baby Metroid kind of orbiting around you with how you move so that it never latches on. Ooh, got grabbed at the last minute. That's unfortunate. He's going to take his suits off to set up for the Mother Brain stand-up glitch. But unfortunately, that stand-up glitch is not going to be any good because we don't have Charge Beam. Heretofore, Charge Beam was at Gold Torizo missiles. Osse remembering to face right as the baby Metroid releases him because that Samus's stand-up animation is about a 3/4 of a second shorter when you face right. Right, and in the meantime, Ivan is now getting ready to head over to Ganon's Tower.
Yeah. So likely the seed would have taken 3 hours, roughly 3 hours for doing it, which I would say that's a pretty good average.
Under 3 hours to clear both of these games, not to mention the randomizer aspect. Yeah, that's a great time. Okay, based on what I'm seeing for ammo counts, Osse can miss up to 20 of his supers and still be okay. So I can't imagine he'll miss that many, though. Ivan gets his Ganon's Tower big key and is going to go grab that small key he needs, and then he'll be out of here. He'll be on his way up.
I don't know, but that would be such a good feeling to beat like Murder Brains just like for the first time in Super Metroid. That would be such a good feeling when you did it for the first time. And
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know that feeling because I didn't finish it yet.
Oh. Are you working on it at least?
Yeah, I'm planning on finishing it. But my first Metroid game that I beaten is Metroid Prime.
To my shame, I've never played the Metroid Prime games because I never owned a GameCube. Right, Ivan on to floor 4 and the escalating gauntlet, as Osse is about making his way through the cutscene.
Is gonna get is Hyper Beam.
Now, Motherbrain's third phase has 36,000 HP. Hyper Beam does 1,000 damage a shot, so that's 36 shots. If Osse had the charge beam here, the stand-up glitch would permit him to be active during this and damage Motherbrain phase 3 while the baby Metroid is refilling him. Lardorian, if that is true, I will pick it up. I don't have a Switch yet, but my roommate and I are planning on getting one because he's a big Marvel fan and he wants to get Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah. And here's who see beginning is escape sequence. In the air is excellent moonfall. I would say like Super Metroid and Metroid games make it feel so fulfilling and accomplishing when you finally beat the final boss.
Oh my! Oh my! Ivan hovers past Moldorm too. How about that?
Oh, I missed that. Oh damn. And Jose finishing with a time of can you say the SRL time, Big Rock?
The SRL time is, let me see here, 2 hours, 54 minutes, 46 seconds.
Get your GG in chat for Osse101.
And looks like we are now joined by Osse. GG, man.
Hello, GG. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a great scene.
Yeah, this was a great one to watch too.
The lamp thing locking most of the things with the mirror.
Yeah, I sorta kinda avoided lamp areas until I found it. And turns out that was a good idea, because it was the last thing I found.
your opponent Ivan skipped the lamp.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I was ready to skip it. I had my maps for Aga Tower up.
Yeah, I've heard the Aga Tower dark rooms are some of the harder ones.
If you know where the torches are and you have fire rod, it's not so bad.
Gotcha. So, what routing decision do you feel best about tonight?
I mean, my entire early game felt good. Like my opener went to Eastern first, and I got Boots, and Boots opened Flute right away, and Flute was the progression, leading right to Moon Pearl and more. And then the early Gauntlet gave even more. So the entire early game was great.
Yeah, that early gauntlet was not a sequence break for very long because you found the morph bombs in the Etikun area. That would have gotten you up there in logic.
Yeah. The hammer felt good. The hammer find. Like, that felt really risky going into pod, but
Yeah,
the hammer was there for me.
yeah, that was risky because the bow was like let's say 4 in the logic.
Yeah, we knew reasonably early on that this was going to be an Aga seed because of the quake required for Turtle Rock. But for a long time, we were thinking it was pointing toward Ped, pointing toward Shack Tool, pointing toward all the troll locations.
Yeah. So, like, if you hadn't checked Meyer and Turtle Rock, but you checked Ped first, then you'd have reason to worry. That Bombos on pedestal.
Yeah, so we saw that those Johnny Cash lyrics on Ted.
No. What I like most about the seed, about its layout, is that in Meyer you have the bow, and the bow sends you to pod, to the bowlock side, and that's the hammer. And then the hammer sends you to Thieves Town in the hammerlock chest.
Yeah, and the mirror leads you to the Master Sword, and the Master Sword leads you to Haga Tower. Haga Tower leads you to Quake. Quake leads you to Total Rock. Total Rock leads you to get to Go Mode. And Mirror gives you access to Swamp, and Swamp gives you access to No Mode. Still, finishing under 3 hours this seed is great.
Yes, especially considering that progression chain you just mentioned, that there was progression in all 3 pendant dungeons linked together.
Yeah, like the spots were out of the way enough that I ended up full clearing a lot of the game. And when you full clear, you have to worry about your opponent. Ivan's pretty good too. But I was feeling that like my early game was good enough to give me a lead, and then the item locations were weird enough that he wouldn't like gamble them to get ahead. So I was feeling pretty good for the entire seed, pretty much.
Your execution was really on point tonight. I was impressed.
Yeah, we could say like for you and your opponent, you pretty much did the same thing, but not in the same order.
Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth where you and Ivan would do 2 different things, and then you'd go back and do what the other one just did.
it's pretty common.
Was there anything about the seed that surprised you more than anything else?
Just that there wasn't much behind Varia. I thought Varia would be a big progression item, but it was just for Samaria at Ice Beam. I suppose Charge Beam, too.
In the meantime, real quick, Ivan just got a very handy baby Metroid skip without the wave beam. That's impressive.
Yeah, I rushed my baby skip. I should have been more patient, took an extra jump.
You came real close on that. You almost had it.
And I got the Metroid skip.
Yeah, he did speed skip. I can't really do those. Not in races.
Yeah, I've tried to get the. That's a four tap short charge, isn't it?
3-tap is good.
I've only ever been able to get the timing down for the one tap. It's that easiest one you can possibly do.
I find on that one in particular, you gotta do tighter taps. So like press the button for not as long.
Right.
I didn't check his ammo count. I didn't know his ammo count really good for that, but does he have and did it have enough super and missiles for that?
Looks like it was close, but he did. Anything else you'd like to say about the seed, Osse? Anything else in general?
Not really. I think I played it really well.
I would agree with that assessment. So you move up to 3-0 as Ivan falls to 2-1. Both of you are still in the running for the bracket of 8, considering records and drops and such. So good luck to you going forward, Osse. You want to stick around until Ivan finishes? Maybe chat with him a little bit?
I think I'll pass and just chat in the chat, Twitch chat.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, I think we are ready to let you go then. Alright, that was Osse101, folks, as Ivan is about to get his Hyper Beam. So, Thordorian, that is a good question. Will Ivan save the animals?
Yeah, Osse didn't save the animal.
Yeah, if your opponent has not done, you never save the animals. That's a 25-second loss. Because I've seen races decided by less than that. Ooh, Ivan gets the blue bomber strat. Very cool. Haven't seen that in a while.
Some even wins when saving the animals.
Ivan gets the Shine Spark up the Ultorian escape shaft and is heading back into the parlor. Some nice wall jumps up there. And he's not saving the animals. We got bacon.
Not saving the animals. So get your GG in chat.
Alrighty, Ivan has finished and his time is 3 hours, 6 minutes, 25 seconds. And Ivan has now joined us. GG.
Hey, thanks.
Hello.
Hello.
You skipped the lamp.
Yeah. At that point, I figured why bother looking for it. So
It was in Swamp Palace.
yeah, I talked to Osse about it after the race. I don't know where in Swamp, but it's not a huge deal. I know how to do dark rooms without it. So
Yeah. So how was the siege for you?
it was okay. It wasn't a bad seed. I made a couple of real bonehead moves. For some reason, I completely forgot that I needed hammer for Ice Palace. I went into Ice the first time thinking I could full clear it like an idiot. So that was good. And I guess it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a horrible decision because our progression was supposed to be Pendant Mire, Independent, Palace of Darkness, into finding the hammer there, but.
In Pendant.
Yeah, and then Pendant Thieves Town for the mirror.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it's the second seed where I've had to go back into Thieves Town later on to get the item from the big chest with the hammer.
So here's the same question I asked Osse earlier. In terms of your rounding decisions throughout the seed, what did you feel best about?
Not a whole lot. I was kind of hoping that this would be like another like Super Metroid, like heavily weighted seed, because that's obviously my strong suit, Super Metroid. And we got like speed booster and high jump and like all the movement stuff for Super Metroid fairly early on. So as soon as I got all that, I basically decided to just full clear Super Metroid. Ended up finding Varia in Meridia anyway, but really the only stuff that was in there was the red cane and Varia suit, and not a whole lot else. So, I mean,
yeah, both of you were done with all 4 Super Metroid bosses very early. I think there were only 1 or 2 crystal dungeons done before you finished that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Metroid was done. Were downloaded way earlier than A Link to the Past.
Yeah, I considered breaking into the both side of pod as well. But then I pulled the speed booster from Light Cave and decided just to go straight to Meridia instead.
You did it was a good decision to not to push and glitch in pod, cause Aimer didn't lock many things. It saved the mirror. It saved for death. Armor wasn't required a lot.
Now, the only thing Mirror led to was that 3rd sword upgrade. We never saw the 4th one, and then to do Swamp.
Yeah.
You'd have that ice rod and the lamp that you didn't get.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's nice to not have to worry about mirror spots with having mirror as one of the last items, but I mean, it's just so many dungeons that I just had to either save and quit out of or just completely walk out of. It just really sucks not having the mirror early on, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, anything else you want to add, Ivan?
I don't know.
And you, Big Buck, anything to add?
I'd like to say that your execution tonight was very on point, Ivan. I had a great time watching you.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Had a little, couple of hiccups in like the past, but a lot of my Metroid stuff was pretty good, I think. So
Well, you are
Nice,
falling
happy
to
with that.
2-1, unfortunately. But you're definitely still in the running.
yeah, it's all right. Like there's gonna be a couple people in 2-1 next week that I'm not gonna want to see. I know Maniacal and Zost are playing each other later this week, and that's gonna be any of those two dropping to 2-1 is gonna be scary. I know I can't play Andy again, which is nice. So we'll see who I pull, but I'm feeling pretty okay about at least moving to 3-1 at that point.
Alrighty. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Not really. I mean, thanks for doing commentary for this.
You're very welcome. I love doing this. Alrighty. Well, if that's all you've got, Ivan, then I guess we can say goodbye. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Thank you. And I think, LJM, do you have any final thoughts on the race tonight?
Not that has already been said.
All right. Well, in that case, I think we're about ready to sign off. If I could get our audience to toss a follow over to our runners and our commentators and our tracker, that would be spectacular.
Like, I'd like to thank you for commentating with me.
And thank you, LJM. I had a great time. Always nice when the commentators can get paired up, such that I was strong on Super Metroid and you were strong on Link to the Past.
Yeah, commentary teams which are complementary for each other are great.
Absolutely. All right, and I think with that, folks, we're going to sign off for the evening. See you next mission.